So, Liz, I just wanted to ask if you could do a mind probe of Adam West, who played Batman in the 60s.
I've got him here. He's in uniform.
How's he doing?
He's like, great. Now I'm on the other side. He had a tough life. He had a tough ending.
How was it tough
Yeah.
for him?
How was it tough? Well, towards the end, I feel like he was unwell, um, for a long time. And being Batman, he loved the role, but he said, I was always expected to entertain, and I
Right.
sort of lost my true self. And that was hard for him. He became Batman. He wasn't, you know what I mean? He was no longer West.
Right.
And that was hard for him. It's like you have to fight to retain your sense of self.
It was very hard. And in fact, I called upon him as Batman. So that was probably my mistake. I'm sorry, Mr. West.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That's amazing. But he's doing well now. He has a little dog with him.
Oh,
His dog is his best friend. And he was grateful for the time he had on Earth. Will you come back and be an actor again? No, never again.
he brought a lot of joy and love into people's lives, and he was very infectious. And I just want him to know that he was well loved by all of his fans.
You were well loved by all. He's like, thank you. And you will be too, he says.
Wow. Well, that is exciting. Uh, what
Yeah.
could what type of things could Mr. West assist us in making remote viewing better? Like I think of, adding a utility belt to the technique this time. So does he have any suggestions on how we could apply his role as a superhero to improve the ability to be a remote viewer?
Wow, that's a good question. How could you bilocate?
By location. That's an excellent
Bilocation is the
suggestion.
most powerful remote viewing tool there is out there.
Is there anything that he could
Do you
suggest
teach?
to
Do you,
go ahead?
uh, Sorry, do you teach bilocation in your course? I think you do, don't you?
Well, bilocation is difficult. So I was going to ask, is there anything that he recommends to force a bilocation experience in that remote viewing technique or process? Because it's usually spontaneous, like a spontaneous OBE.
Anything that you can recommend? Yeah, yeah, like it's astral traveling is the best way. So if you can train your brain waves to let go of the consciousness and allow the consciousness to astral travel and bilocate to the target, that is indeed the most powerful way. Now, he's saying that you will find a way and you will incorporate that into your course.
That's exciting. You heard it here
Yeah,
first,
yeah,
friends. Batman is going to help
yeah.
you
That's
bilocate and make temporal awareness perception a remote viewing place on the map for everybody.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Anything else you want to ask him?
I just want to ask him what he thinks about the everyone's attention that's drawn to artificial intelligence right now. How does he see that playing out over the next 5 years? Will it cause more people to be more sequestered, or will it link people together?
Ooh, will it cause people to be more secure? Yes, we're moving into a transitional period of loneliness.
Oh,
We're going to isolate.
that's what I see as well. That's very sad. Is there any way he suggests that we can step aside from that and bring about connectivity in our lives?
Is there any way we can step aside from that, bring about connectivity in our lives? Well, yes, you should stay connected as much as possible, but our connectivity is going to be more online as opposed to in person. Was the COVID the start of yeah, COVID was the start of this whole transition movement. So many years down the line, when we're looking back, we'll say, wow, it was, COVID that was the start of this, was the start of this movement, this isolation. We're all going to be wrapped up in ourselves. We're not going to be sharing as much information as we once were. We're not going to have those engaging conversations and swapping energy, out in public over a dinner table. We're going to very much move into this isolationist phase. Now, he's talking about 2060, the world will look nothing like it does now. Still, people are out socializing, but as those generations are dying out, you're going to have new generations that do not socialize, that isolate. Productivity will be down, and we will also there'll be massive job losses, right? So where we have, a lot of roles will be taken away, customer service roles, on the phone, a lot of admin assistant roles, answering telephones for offices, things like that. We're no longer going to really call one another anymore. We're not going to, hear people's voices that much anymore. So yeah, we're very much going to move into an isolationist time.
Well, until Neuralink comes to pass, no one can take my job as a remote viewer away. So artificial intelligence is luckily safe there. When does he see Neuralink coming into the world?
What is Neuralink?
Neuralink is Elon Musk's artificial intelligence synthetic telepathy chip in the back of your head.
Will that ever? That's not going to happen. Not. Will it happen within the next 100 years? No, only to a select few. That's not going to happen.
Thank you,
I
Mr.
think
West.
people are going to realize that the more monitoring, we just did a whole video on the cashless society. People are going to start rebelling. When they start rebelling, it's going to be too late, right? Our freedom is gone. But and then we'll rebel against ideas of putting chips in our hands or our brains and things like that. We'll understand, how much we're being recorded, how much data is being taken from us. So we're just not going to get there. The pendulum will swing the other direction, and people will start to rebel. It's not going to be in our lifetime, but it's almost like there's going to be a revolt and like a mass burning of computers. I can't believe we did this. I can't believe we've gotten to this point, right? I can't believe we've allowed technology to control our lives. So there is going to be an anti-tech movement coming in, but it's not going to be for a very long time. I mean, people are starting to wake up already, though. I spoke to somebody yesterday that says, I do not Google whatsoever. I don't like being tracked. I don't like being monitored. I do not use them as a search engine. I do not use this and I do not use that. And I said, yes, I understand that. But the problem is that's where everybody is. So you as an entertainer, you have to be there. And he's like, I know that's very frustrating, but you're learning how much you're being tracked, and there will be a mass rebellion against the computer, the tech world. So yeah. Oh, he's gone now. He just said bye.
Thank you, Mr. West.
That was his message.
Wow. That was amazing. I agree. I take a sabbatical from technology, and I have to take it because I get too inundated with it. So I take a week off and just don't answer emails, don't answer my phone, and just reconnect and figure out what it is in my life that I need, and helps me ground and recenter and refocus. And I think it makes me better prepared for what's coming up.
Yeah. Well, that was great. Well, thank you. Thank you for doing that. That was a great idea.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. West. If you're interested in my remote viewing course, you can check out realityforecast.com, or you can email me remoteview@gmail.com. And I always appreciate Liz's time. Thanks so much, Liz. And thank you, Batman.
Thank you. Bye.